With friends, and I am raw to the bone. Happy Friday, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all know what the rules are today. They ain't no damn rules. It's Freestyle Friday. We can talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. But based on Discord, y'all got some good ones today. I can't wait. But in the meantime, between time, I'm going to start y'all off with some of these positive vibes because you know what I say. Every day is going to be a win.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, grow hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up. Hey, the general.
Good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration.
And if I make a mistake,
it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a
good day.
Hey, wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Get your coffee, y'all.
I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo.
Negative thoughts.
It's a poison they ride.
What?
Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost.
What? So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
What?
One day at a time is how you operate a cadence.
A flow.
You grow, you show yourself the foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
Hey,
I live my life
Hey,
in my
Angel.
head like a
Come on
narration.
in.
Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a what?
Good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a
good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a
good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Come on in. Today's gonna be a good day, y'all. Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, y'all. You know, the weeks and the days go by so fast. The other day I looked at my nails and I was like, is it time for me to get my nails done again? Yes, it is. All right. So my nail tech will be here on Sunday. I feel like, I feel like I get my nails done every 3 weeks. Well, I do get my nails done about every 3 weeks. And I feel like 3 weeks is coming and going really quickly. All right. I mean, it's going so quick. I don't even know what the hell I want to do with my nails. I was like, I don't even know. Just bring whatever. I don't know. I'm confused. Do whatever. Hey, One Reliable Sing. Good morning. Happy Friday, y'all. Oh, guess what? Y'all, I'm all raggedy looking this morning, but you know what? It's early in the morning, but I got up. I've been in the habit of doing my bike before the show. And I got up this morning and I rushed to try to maintain my schedule. And I got my bike in this morning, right before the show. I love it. I love to get an early ride in. This way, if I feel restless throughout the day and I feel like I want to get a nighttime 15-minute ride, I might do it. But that's only to help me sleep or whatever. And it's only if I skip a day in the week. Like this particular week, I came back from DC on Sunday. So I didn't ride my bike on Sunday. Normally I ride Sunday through Friday. So this week so far, all I got is 5 days in. So that's why one day this week I rode the bike twice, morning and night. Because I was a bad girl in DC. food-wise. But you know what? It was my birthday. And it still is the fuck. It's still Capricorn season. Don't play with me. Hey, Delectable 77. So what do you guys got going for the weekend, y'all? I have, for the weekend, I have a brunch. A friend of mine is having her birthday brunch. Her birthday is actually January 1st. But you know how celebrating people's birthday on the 1st can be, right? So she's having a birthday brunch tomorrow. And so I bought 2 tickets just because I knew somebody was going to go with me. And so I don't have anybody going with me yet, but hopefully between today and tomorrow, somebody will on board and show up at this brunch with me. All right. That's covering brunch. That's from 1 to 5. And there's going to be an after party with a DJ and a whole slam bam bam. Thank you, ma'am. And so, my girlfriend was supposed to go with me, but she might not be able to make it. And so, I'm going to see who else I can grab along to drag along to this exciting brunch affair with me. Good morning, Cheryl Lee. Good morning, I am Jacinta. Good morning, Interior Room. My daughter's first basketball game is this weekend. Yes, the General. Look at you. Are you going to write a story on your daughter's basketball game? Look at you. I know you're excited for that. Anybody else got something exciting going on this weekend? Besides the fact that I found out that it's a long weekend. I found out that Monday is a holiday, y'all. We got a long weekend. You know what that means? Y'all got time to do this. It didn't start with you. Hey, Kevin. Y'all got time to do this. It didn't start with you. All right. We got a long weekend today. We got Monday off because Martin Luther King. What? A long weekend. All right. That's always a surprise when I find out that I got a holiday coming up. And how I found that out was I'm at work and I'm talking about, I'm going to schedule a meeting for Monday. I'm going to do this. Oh, as a matter of fact, I need to make a note before I forget. On my work to-do list. Okay. I had to write something down. But I found out because I told on one of my meetings, I was like, I'm going to schedule a meeting for Monday to go over SOE. They were like, no, we won't be here. I was like, wait, what? They were like, it's a holiday. I'm like, oh my God, the time is going by so fast. And of course, I would forget that it's Martin Luther King's birthday celebration. No story on her game. She's the tallest girl on her team. Okay. So was she playing center? Wait, I am Cinta said, sure the hell is so ready for my 3-day weekend. I know that's right. Anything exciting? No, besides me, I'm going to a brunch on Saturday. I'm excited about that. And an after party. And then Sunday, I'm getting my nails done. I'm excited about that. I guess I'm going to wash my hair probably today, right? Wash my hair, refresh the curls and shit like that. What else? Nothing else exciting? Nothing else? Nobody got anything exciting? Yep, she's starting center. Okay. All right, good spot. Good spot for the height. Hey, Madison, good morning. So good morning, y'all. Today is Freestyle Friday. That means that any topic can be presented to the table. I see that y'all were busy in Discord talking about some things. I cannot wait to see what y'all bring here to the table today. But before we get into that, okay, you're going to a brunch on Sunday. Okay, I'm Jacinta. I love that. And then chilling for the most part. I love that. All right. Delectable says, I'm here in town full of veterans, so I know there will be something going on to get into. Yes, definitely. Johnny said, good morning and happy Friday 13th. Why you had to remind us that it was the 13th, Johnny? Woo, child. Grabbing my invisible pearls. Woo wee. Listen. We need to get all our good luck charms. Everybody burn some sage in your damn house today. I'm gonna burn my sage as soon as I finish with this show. All right. I thought about you this morning, Roy. There was a blues festival coming in DC, and your man who sings stand up in it will be there. What? Wait a minute. No, you lying. Pokey Bear or whatever the fuck his name is. Isn't that who sing that song? That's really my girlfriend Maria's song. I didn't know shit about that song, Johnny, until I met her. I'm going to tell her y'all brought this up on my show. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm going to let her know. I'm surprised she doesn't know because she followed that motherfucker. The general said, found out my co-worker out here getting what? Sex by a man with a whole family at home on her lunch breaks. Wait a minute. Well, okay, so she's having an affair with a married man. So when she brought that information to you, what did you say to her? Damn, it's hot Friday. This hot spicy moment. When she came to you and told you she was fucking a married man with a whole family at home, what did you say to her, the general? Yes, Pokey, stand up in it. Don't make me play that damn song on here. Y'all know what that song sound like? Child, y'all don't know. Y'all better go find out. I don't want to get no copyright claims. Hey, Donna Lynn. Okay? But stand the fuck up in it. Listen, y'all men need to listen to that song. Stand the fuck up in it. Okay? Delectable said, totally forgot Lucky 13. I go live today on TikTok. Time to get lit. Yes. Do that shit, Delectables. I always miss your lives. Do that shit. All right? I miss everybody's lives. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. My life be so crazy and so busy. Yesterday, I ran back to my son's job because the day I ran to my son's job, I was supposed to give him something. And I completely forgot to give it to him because I was so excited over my birthday gift that he gave me that I completely forgot. But good thing he only worked 10 minutes down the road from where I live, right? I love the fact that he works down the road from where I live. So yesterday, he texted me and he said he was hungry. So I said, okay, being that I got to come to you anyway, I'm going to bring you some food. I hurried up and I made him some, you know what I'm saying? Because he bought me a good gift. I made him some chicken wings. I made him a piece of salmon. I made him some shrimp. And I took that shit to him. I did. The fuck? Mm-hmm. Like he was still my little baby. See, I'm a little happy thing when I get what I asked for. When I get what's on my list, I'm a little happy thing. All right. Johnny Leon Hill said, at the general, did you hear about the police lady who's married but has sex with everyone at her station? Where did this happen? Did this happen in DC, Maryland, Baltimore? Where did this happen, Johnny Leon Hill? Hey, Pat, good morning. I'm going to put the guest link up as I prepare to read the morning's positive thought. But I want to know where this lady who has sex with the whole police station is at. Hey, Pat, good morning. Wait a minute, Interior Room, she play that song loud, stand up in it. That song is the shit. These men need to listen to that song. Listen, y'all don't know shit about that song. Let me see if I can find the fucking song on here. Wait a minute. Stand up in it, Pokey. And don't forget about, the Let me see. Don't forget about my side piece. Is this it?
Man, what's happening, culture? Man, what's
No, that ain't
happening,
it.
Man, you wouldn't believe. Be real on the train.
I don't see stand up in it, but this one, wait.
Man, what's happening, culture? Man, what's happening, Kobe, man?
I can't find stand up in it, but oh, is this it? Oh, no, it's not Pokey. It's Theotis. This is it. It's Theotis. It's this.
Mac Daddies, or whatever you call yourself.
It's
Well, you
Theotis.
better get
It's
your
not
game
Pokey
face
Bear.
on. Cause this old lady told me one time, she said, son, you men think you know what women want, but you don't. And then she went on to tell me a story. And it goes something like this.
Hey!
Oh, you wanna be lover? There's something you need to know.
Hey!
Now this old lady told me a story a
Long time ago. What? Y'all better go listen to this. Wait, let me fast forward.
He used to lick it.
She used to stroke it.
You know, one night we was making love. He said, that thing is so damn good, I wanna put it in my pipe and smoke
it. What?
She said, Theotis, you need to know that you can lick it and you can stroke it.
Hey!
Now you can kiss it and you can eat it.
Hey!
But you ain't get a dog
Gone thing until you stand up in it. Hey! What? Listen, y'all don't know about that shit. Y'all don't know about that shit. Y'all don't know about that shit. That's Theotis, not Pokey Bear. All right, Pokey Bear sing My Side Piece. That's the one that Pokey Bear sing, My Side Piece. But Theotis is the one who sings Stand Up in It. Oh my God, y'all. I got to tell my girlfriend that mother effer is coming to DC. Thank you for that news, Johnny. Good morning, African Queen. Yes! Cheryl Lee, thank you for reminding me of that. My mouth has been open since yesterday hearing the news. Lisa Presley, 54 years old, died. The only thing is I did not hear how she died. I know that it was confirmed by the mom that she was dead. I know that, there was a hospital emergency call, that came from allegedly Lisa, indicating she couldn't breathe or something like that. But I didn't hear exactly how she died, if it was a heart attack, what happened. But Lisa Presley, and she just recently celebrated her father's birthday. What would Elvis be? 88 years old. Wow. I was so sorry to hear that this morning. All right. I really was. You said don't do it raw. I did that shit. Oh, a lady cop in Tennessee. Oh, so that's what they doing in Tennessee, sleeping with the whole police station. Oh shit. Yes, I understand. Pokey sings My Side Piece. That's my other shit. Don't make me find that one. Okay? Don't make me find my fucking side piece. As a matter of fact, the general, the girl who told you she's fucking around with a whole married man with a whole family at home, you better tell her to go listen to Pokey Bear's song, My Damn Side Piece. The fuck? That's right. Something you need to know. I know I am the center. He be lit. Good morning, Amazon 46 Triple D. The gentleman said she didn't tell it. It was found out by all of us. Oh, do be coming to our Christmas parties and stuff too. Damn, but how did somebody find out? I know the general, the whole fucking office, the lady, the police station lady, right? Hey, Rufino, bon dia. That song too, right, Interior Ru? Oh my God. I know, I'm going to get banned. I'm going to get all kind of copyright. You ain't did a daggone thing until you stand up in it. I'm telling you. Hey, Soulful BBW. Hey, Fancy K. She had cardiac arrest, but not sure what she died from. Okay, 54 years old. Damn. Well, the general, it does sound like a damn train. It absolutely does. All right. I did it. I am distant. I did it, but I could play my side piece because y'all don't know shit about these songs. Let me play my side piece real quick because y'all don't freaking know. Wait, because when my girlfriend introduced me to these songs, I was like, what in the hell is this? I couldn't start listening. Oh, what happened? No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We just want to play the song. My side piece, Pokey Bear. We playing this morning. Okay. Is this it? Y'all know this shit? Oh no, wait. Oh. No, I don't want to see the video. I just want to hear the song. To be with my side piece. I left home. Hey, to be with my side piece. To be with my side piece. Come on. Because it's all in my jeans. See, I'm addicted to banana. And you know what I mean. Hey! Oh my God. Those are the fucking songs that I ain't know shit about until I met my girlfriend Maria. But thank you, Maria, for introducing me to these songs because I love these shits. All right. These real country, southern songs. I left home, baby, to be with my side piece. Come on now. He being honest. He left the fuck home to be with his side piece. All right. Yep, the general. That's that Nashville morning shit. I know that's right. Hey, mother. Yes, mother, let them know. If you are on IG, because my mother said, if you are on IG, give the hearts. And my mother said, if you were on YouTube, give the thumbs up. Yes, mother, tell the people. African Queen said it was confirmed she died from cardiac arrest. They tried to give her CPR, but she could not be revived. Don't play Mel Waiters. That's that dude. Oh, shit. I'm the center. We're going to be on here all damn morning. We start playing these damn songs. Well, today is January 13th, and we are going to read the positive thought today because there is a question on here that Angel, you still here? Angel, I need you to bring up that question that you were talking about on Discord yesterday. All right. I saw that the general chimed in on that question yesterday, and I want to hear what the rest of the folks on here have to say about that question. So, Angel, if you on here, you know I dropped the link. Hop on. January 13th. Life will work for me when I realize I cannot fail in life. The spirit of life cannot fail. It may not always get an A, but it cannot fail. You are the spirit of life, which means you cannot fail. You can pass with a grade B or C or even D. You can repeat a class or skip a class. But under no circumstances that really matter in life can you ever fail. You may stumble, you may fall. You may meet up with many things that push you into dark and scary places. Face first. It's a spiritual thing. Don't worry about it. You may break an arm, a leg, or a foot. You may lose sight. You may become hard of hearing. You may lose touch. It's okay. You are building stamina. Spirit is always trying to see just how much you will take and how much you can do under as many circumstances as possible. Spirit knows that you cannot fail, and it will try every way possible to convince you of the same thing. Get convinced. You simply cannot fail. You may get lost. You may lose some things. You may have some things you really think you really need taken away from you at the time. You believe you cannot do without them. Regardless of what happens, when it happens, or how it happens, remember that the one thing you cannot do under any circumstances is fail. The moment you realize this and stop trying to get an A from life, you will quickly move to the head of the class. Until today, you may have been sitting around, afraid to move, afraid to fail. Just for today, be devoted to seeing yourself and your life as a function of spiritual truth. Remind yourself that you cannot fail. Remind yourself that you don't need an A. Allow yourself to move through every experience and situation with grace and ease, supported by the spirit of life, which knows that your success is assured. Today, I am devoted to remembering and accepting that I cannot fail. I cannot fail. I simply cannot fail at life. How many people are afraid to take chances because they are afraid of failure? They are afraid of what people might say if they fail, right? I've been in that position many a times. Even when I started Coffee with Friends, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What if it's not a success? And then it took me some time to get out of that headspace. And then when I just got out of that headspace and said, I'm just going to enjoy what it is I'm doing, I forgot all about all the other stuff, right? There might be, some people that look like they're doing or progressing much more quickly than you are out there in the street, but that doesn't necessarily mean you failed, right? Everybody has their calling, everybody has their level of success, right? You can do it all over again. Like it says in this book, you can repeat the class, you can skip the class, you can do whatever you want, but there is no such thing as failing. And everybody, once we get in our head that we don't have to pass everything that we do in life with an A, with perfection, right? Then we would have so much more peace. I believe that, right? I know me. Everything that I set out to do, I try to do it to the best of my ability. And it stresses me to think that it's not going to be perfect. But guess what? We need to get out of our headspace. Simple, simple. I was riding my bike this morning, doing my workout, and I was so tired, right? And I got to a point in the bike and I said, I don't have to make every ride my A ride, right? Today could be a B ride and it's okay as long as I showed up. Don't beat yourself up if this ride is not as, you know, bomb as the ride you took yesterday or the day before. The mere fact that you show up for yourself and you're continuing to add value to your life and to grow is what's important. We have to stop worrying about being A's all the time. I'm not saying don't strive to be an A, but if you happen to be a B, C, or a D, it's okay. Who's keeping score and grades anyway? The fuck? I don't know. But happy Friday. Where is Angel? Because Angel had a good question on Discord. I want her to ask the question. Where is Angel? Because that shit was deep yesterday. And you know what? I had to read it like 2 or 3 times, okay? Because I was like, wait a minute. Good morning, Sai Abdullah. Good morning. Come on in. Happy Friday. Sai, what are you doing this weekend? This long weekend? Anything exciting? I'm asking. Where's Angel? Is Angel not on here? Angel need to come on here because she asked the question yesterday. Yes, happy Friday. And I want her to bring it to the table today on Freestyle Friday. But if she doesn't bring it to the table, I'm going to ask the question because she put it out there on Discord. But it had my mouth open. And I would really like to know what some of you guys' answers will be. I saw the general's response. Right. I don't know if anybody else responded to that. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting for Angel, let me just go over a couple of things that we need to focus on. One, we need to pick a date in February to go through chapters 5 through 8 of It Didn't Start With You. If you have not gotten your book, please get your book. The worksheet that is going to be needed to go through the series of exercises in the next coming chapters. We also have that worksheet posted in Discord, right? Under the Reading with Friends channel. If you don't want to use the worksheet, you could just use pen and paper and go through series of questions and exercises that they have in the next coming chapters. All right. The other thing is our upcoming trips. NOLA. I know. I got to get off my ass and I got to go talk to this graphic artist about these t-shirts. The NOLA meeting, guys, I want to have the NOLA meeting by next Saturday. All right, through Discord. So I'm going to set up an event that indicates that we're going to have a NOLA planning meeting to discuss the itinerary that I put out there in the chat. This itinerary, most of it is suggestions of things that we could do once we are in NOLA, all right? And I want to talk about meetup spots so that we can meet up at general locations on the day of arrival for most of you. I will be there in NOLA early, but some of you are coming a day or two after me, but we will have a meeting spot on the Thursday, right? That's the Thursday, the 9th through the 12th, right? I believe that's let me look at the calendar again. March. Yes, March 9th is a Thursday. So Thursday, March 9th is when everyone should be getting in. And so the meetup spot will be indicated on the itinerary. Good morning, Uhu, where we will meet. Hey, Angel. I want you to, Angel, I put the link up there because I know you coming on to ask that question that you asked in Discord yesterday or for Freestyle Friday. That's going to take up the rest of our time here. So you might as well just hop on and get ready to ask that question. Now for the next trip, the summer soiree Cancun, you know what? I can't. The summer soiree Cancun trip, August 10th through the 15th. It's going to be epic. I am working on the itinerary for that now. It's a big itinerary, right? Because we're going to be there for 5 days. And so there's going to be meetup spots. There's going to be Coffee with Friends live stream that's going to be happening from Cancun. There's going to be activities by the poolside. There's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm not going to give away all the goodies and the tricks and shit. Soon you guys will start seeing videos and advertisements of things to come for the Cancun soiree. So if you have not booked your trip, make sure you are going to the link in my bio and you are clicking on the booking link and you are putting your deposit down. The longer you wait, the price jumps a little bit. So if you want to go on this trip, put your deposit down, y'all. Get your monies going. The trip needs to be paid up by July. All right. Make sure you keep in mind to book your airline ticket as well. I'm going to have my airline tickets booked in April. All right. For the Cancun soiree. This way I get it out the way and I can focus on everything else. All right. And so we got some neat things and some surprises for you guys. When we get to Cancun, we're going to have a meetup spot the first day to talk about some things, but all that information I will unpack in due time. Just make sure you are going on and you are booking your trip. That's it. And that's all. All right. You're not going to want to miss this. All right. Because you're not going to be able to get it back. Right. You're just going to be able to book the next trip. But this trip, if you miss our first epic Coffee with Friends trip, because it will be epic. But anyway, Angel says she's doing her hair. She took her braids down. All right, you too tender-headed. So I'm going to bring up the question that Angel asked yesterday, all right? And so anybody is free to jump on a camera, whether through IG or whether through YouTube, if they want to chime in on this question. Hey, Big Philly Roots, good morning. Get your coffee or your tea, all right? You said Estella might need a Winston down there. Hey, you know, listen, get your fucking groove back in Cancun. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just going to be minding my business. All right. I will be minding my business. That's it. And that's all. Okay. I'm going to be worrying about me and my kitty cat between my legs, not nobody else's. Do what you do when you get there. The fuck? Y'all are grown. All right. Johnny said Pokey Bear and Lenny Williams will be at the Blues Festival as well. Damn it. I wonder how come my girlfriend didn't mention that. All right, well, I'm sure she probably knows about it, but she probably has a busy schedule. Those are her peoples. I got introduced to the Pokey Bears and all of that through her. But I do love the music. I'm thankful that she did introduce me to it. I'm going to stay in the room in Cancun. Hell to the no. You are not staying. Wait a minute. Outright lies. You are not staying in the room in Cancun. We got too many activities for you to be staying in the room in Cancun. And if anybody is missing, keep in mind, we will have all y'all room numbers. We will send people for you. Trust and believe that. All right. Okay. All right. So the question, one of the things that was talked about on Discord yesterday, right? Angel shared a link, right? It was an IG link, I believe, Angel, right? Where a woman said, if she is in labor, I'm paraphrasing y'all, right? But if she is in labor, right, and there's a choice to make to save her or the baby, she says save her and not the baby. What do y'all think about that, y'all? What choice would y'all make if you were in labor and delivery and they said only one person is going to survive the delivery, the mother or the child? Okay. You as the mother, what choice would you make? Would you say save me or would you say save the baby? And fathers, if you were the father slash husband or well, baby daddy, y'all can't help make no damn decisions. You got to be on paper, the fuck. Husband, okay? What decision would y'all make if your wife was having delivery issues and they said you had to choose between the mother or the child? Who are you choosing and why? The general said, Uhu said, save the baby. The general said, Uhu gonna be, yeah, she not gonna be in her room. Who would y'all save, the mother or the baby? Delectable said, me, because I have other children at home that need me. Great point. Great point, because we don't know if there's other kids. I didn't say that. And based on the IG link, we don't know that. All we know is that the IG link said, if there was a choice, this particular woman said, she said to save her and not the baby, right? And so I am asking you guys, what decision would you make if it came down to the wire? Would you save your wife? Ladies, would you save yourself or would y'all save the baby? Okay. Interior said, dang, that is such a hard dilemma. Johnny said that's an impossible decision, but it's a decision that needs to be made. So what are you going to do? You can't stand there and go, it's an impossible decision. Let's go through the pros and cons of both, right? Why would the person that said save the baby, why would you want to save the baby? Why did you choose save the baby? Let's talk about that. Why would y'all choose save the baby? I need to know. Protagonist says, I'm picking my girl because this society believed in abortions. Which one are y'all picking and why the baby? Why save the baby? Cheryl Lee said it would depend on who I would have to be responsible for the baby once I transitioned. And as Delectable said, do I have others that depend on me, whether I have someone to take care of them? Right? Now, this decision is based on so many things, right? Sai Abdullah said, my initial thought is to save my baby. But not being in that position at this moment, I can think through it. Depends on what my life looks like. Am I married? Do I have other kids? Shit, am I even ready to die? Especially if I have a choice? I had to think about this shit. You know, when that shit came up in Discord, I said, I have to think about this shit, right? And I'm going to tell you what decision I chose, right? Brandilla said, that's tough. It seems logical to save mother, but understandable with either choice. Anybody else want to chime in? Johnny Leon Hill, you still stuck? If you had to make a choice, why would you choose the choice that you chose? I'm going to tell you, I had to think about this and it hurt my heart. It did. You know, and this is just a scenario. This is not even some real shit because I ain't got no eggs. I don't have any issues with rolling up on this issue. I don't have no, but I'm going to save me. Yeah. I'm going to save me, right? Because I don't know if I'd be ready to die. right? I don't know if I'd be ready to die. And again, I would be thinking about all the other things. Now, even if I had no other children, right? You know, I'm having a it, we agreed that we were all selfish the other day, right? I feel like I'm having a child to experience raising my child, being a mom, and all of that stuff. And if I have to choose between, the life of the baby or the life of myself, I might choose myself because I might say to myself, I might be able to do this again. Right, and have the full experience. Like, I'm not ready to die yet. And who the fuck is going to take care of my baby? And how do I know that my baby is going to have a good and prosperous life? And how much trauma is going to be on my child, with me dying at the birth. And it's just too much. But I had so much time to think about it. But imagine we have time to marinate on making this decision. What about those people that have to make that decision in a matter of minutes? I had to think this through from the time it was put in Discord. But people that have to make this decision in a matter of minutes, they don't have days and hours and time to reflect and think. They got to make this decision right on the fly. Save the mama or save the baby. Uhu said, I chose to save the baby because I live my life and the baby is my legacy, the ultimate sacrifice. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I can't dispute that. All right. I cannot. I am Jacinta said, my husband and I talked about it. He didn't want to because death is never easy to discuss. But he said he would save me. Right? My mother said there are 13 people on here and only 5 thumbs up. If you really care about coffee with friends, then you can add your thumbs up, please. That is from my mama. I ain't lying. That's what she said. I'm going to show it on the screen, y'all, on YouTube. She said, get them, mother. Yes. Let them know, mother. Let them know that you standing behind your daughter. All right? Let them know. Thank you, mother. Delectable said, I had to make that decision in 2009 when I had blood clots in my lungs. They found out I was 2 months pregnant. Wow. You see how we bring these random topics and shit up, and somebody on the show had the experience. I always say, somebody's out there experiencing something, some of the shit we talking about, right? And I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Delectables, and I'm glad to see you here living and breathing. And I'm sure that that was a tough time for you. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Protagonist said, today, mother, ABC and DS are okay. What is that? I'm dead. Sai Abdullah said, I don't have children and am still hoping to have one, but especially if this was my first child, I'd want to save myself and give myself the opportunity to try to have another. Yeah, that's where I was at, right? That's where I was at with that side. I'm there with you. Interior Rue said, okay, so if it was me and the thought of losing a child would be tough, but if the child was chosen, who is raising my child in my absence? And that's hard too. Who are you handing your child over to for care? Your husband, I would imagine, if you have one, right? So everybody's situation is different. I am Jacinta said he kind of said he thinks that fathers, dads, partners, they don't have any emotional connection with the unborn child like the mother that's pregnant with the child. I believe that. I believe the emotional connection is with the mother that's carrying the child. And I emphasize that because there are same-sex relationships where a woman, and a woman are together and one woman is carrying a child. So that's why I emphasize the woman carrying the child. Not as if the man could carry a child, but you know what I'm saying, right? The person carrying the child, we got to say the person because, non-binary, trans, or, I don't know. But whoever is carrying the child has the connection with the child. I agree with that. And so I can see, so for the men, Like Johnny Leon Hill said, it would be a hard decision. So Johnny, I am just to say, it is said that fathers don't really have the emotional connection with the unborn child. So if that's the case for the men, why is the decision so difficult? I'm asking. Johnny said, as a man slash husband, I think it would be different because I don't have that internal connection to the baby. Oh, you did. This just played right into this, right? I would be attached I would be attached to be connected. I think I would save my wife, even though my marriage may not survive the trauma of losing the baby. That part, imagine choosing your wife, right? And then your marriage doesn't succeed because of the trauma of losing the baby. Damn, Johnny. Maybe I am Jacinta. Maybe. The general said he's stuck. He don't know. Hey, Ghost. Hey, Chef You. So the general, you don't know. So for you, you think that you would have an emotional connection to the baby at that time. Now, fellas, would you be upset if the woman made the decision and said, I'm going to save myself? Men, could y'all forgive your wives if the doctor came out and said, listen, there's a choice between her and the baby, and she chose to save herself? Would y'all be okay with your wives choosing to save themselves without including you in that choice? I'm asking. Pat said, I think most baby daddies will choose the mother because they could have another and the baby is not here yet. Johnny said, I would be attached but not connected is what I meant to type. Okay, got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. This was a tough one, y'all. And listen, I was like, wow, I really had to think about that. But again, we have the ability to just think about it and talk about it and throw different scenarios out there, right? But someone that has to make that decision at that last moment, it's got to be hard. And I agree with you, Pat. I agree with you, protagonist. Her body, her choice, right? So from protagonist's perspective, if the doctor came out and told the fellas she already decided that she's saving herself, protagonist is saying it's her body, her choice, he wouldn't be upset with that. How about the rest of you fellas? Would y'all be upset? Cheryl Lee said, I was presented also with that choice, according to the doctors, with my last child in 1994 because of lung sarcoid. They thought to carry and deliver would possibly kill us both. And so what happened, Cheryl? If you'd like to share, what happened? What decision did you ultimately make in 1994? I'm just curious. I know, right, Interior Room? That's deep. I've had an ectopic pregnancy, that's it. But I've never had to be presented with a choice of this magnitude. Saya Dula said, I hope I never have to make a choice like this with only 10 to 30 seconds. Woo child, that's what I'm saying. See, we're sitting here, we're spending 15, 20, 30 minutes just bouncing this off of each other and talking about the emotions that's attached to such a decision that has to be made. But people that have to make this decision have to make this decision in a matter of seconds. Okay? In a matter of seconds. And Johnny, that ain't no light shit what you typed when you said, would your marriage survive? That shit is deep. Because will it? That's a great point, Angel. That is a great fucking point. Angel said This topic should be talked about prior to even conceiving. If y'all can't agree, don't get pregnant. And it would be tragic to decide in that moment. Go in with a plan. Now, that is some boss shit. That is some boss shit, y'all. Listen, if for nothing else, that is a lesson for y'all to walk away with today. For those that are planning on having children, this conversation should be had. I love that, Angel. And I bet you nobody has this conversation, right? Or very few people have this conversation. But this is the type of conversation that needs to be had in the beginning when you are planning to have children. And even if you are in a position where you didn't plan to have kids and you just happen to get pregnant, have this conversation early. Listen, if something happens with this pregnancy and there's a choice between me and the baby, what we doing? That should be discussed. That is a learned lesson on here, Coffee with Friends. If y'all don't walk away with nothing else today, walk away with that shit. Have the conversation in advance so that you don't have to worry in those last seconds when that decision has to be made, all the thinking that we're doing here in the past 15 to 20 minutes. Woo! And by having the conversation in advance, that might address Johnny's concern with, will my marriage last, survive after making such a decision? If the conversations are had in advance, most likely your marriage will survive because y'all would have had the understanding already at the beginning. There's a learned lesson here. Y'all need to take this for those that are still out there popping babies. Planning is so serious. That is an excellent point, right, Interior Rule? I agree. Angel, that was the bomb. That was the bomb advice, okay? That is the bomb fucking vice. Yes, I am Jacinta. It's important to talk about these topics. It's not easy, but it's needed. It's definitely needed. You know, all kinds of topics. Even the topics, you know how y'all motherfuckers be getting with these men that got a bunch of baby mamas and kids, right? And y'all are okay because the kids don't live with y'all. Y'all don't have to deal with it because the kids are not there. But don't y'all think y'all need to be having a conversation? What if your baby mama get hit by a bus? The fuck? Right? What if she have a Lisa Presley moment? I don't the fuck know. Y'all need to understand that when you mess with people with kids, there's a possibility that them kids can come live with you, right? A lot of people are living in comfort thinking, oh, well, I don't have to deal with it because the baby mama out there. I don't have to deal with it because them kids live with the baby mama. But if the baby mama get hit by a bus, do y'all know where the kids are going? With the daddy. Did y'all have this conversation? Are y'all talking about these things? That be my concern when I'm dating people with kids. I be like, wait, because my son grown, moved the fuck out. I'm trying to figure out if your baby mamas get hit by a bus, what we doing? And are we financially in a position to do it? Do we have the space to do it? All of these types of conversations need to happen in the beginning because that can also break a relationship. Woo! There's some learned lessons on here today. Johnny said, I agree, Angel, because how does the relationship survive if you want one thing and she wants another? All these things need to be discussed in advance. I love it. Interior said, now that's one thing I have always thought about when considering dating a man with kids. As a result, I am good over here. I know that's right, Interior. I think about that shit all the time. You know, the funny shit is I have a dining table in my dining room and it sits 6 people. I hate the shit. I bought the shit because my ex had 4 kids. And when we sit down and we eat, we needed a place for 6 people to eat. But I hate that fucking table. So I want to get rid of this wood table, right? And so AG was like, just put it on Facebook Marketplace and have somebody come get it, right? It's a good wood table. It's heavy. It has the bench and it has the 4 chairs. But for me living by myself, I never sit at the fucking table, right? And and my house has a bunch of plants and shit. And I'd rather just make space for my plants and my Peloton bike and get rid of the fucking table and put some chairs there and make a hookah lounge area for myself. I don't need the fucking table. I don't sit at the table. I eat on my couch. I eat wherever. I eat at my kitchen island. So if anybody is local to New Jersey or New York or wherever the fuck y'all live and y'all need a 6-seater dining room table, bring y'all truck or whatever the fuck and come get the shit out of my house. Oh, and if anybody need a 65-inch curved Samsung TV and have a little black line going down it, but shit, the fuck, it still work. The fuck, if anybody need it, anybody want it, I ain't charging nobody for it. Come and get that shit too. Okay. Protagonist said, learn this from me. Conversations prior to the sex hold zero weight. People switch up. It is what it is. That's a great point. Protagonist said, all of that planning in advance is for the bullshit because people switch up. What do y'all think about that? Cheryl Lee said, I had time to think about it and discussed it though. I was too religious to believe that God would let me conceive and not bring us both through. She is 28 years old now, and she is my miracle baby. Congratulations, Cheryl. You see, they're not always right, right? Congratulations, Cheryl. All right, that's some good ass news. All right, that's some good ass news. I don't feel like putting it on eBay because then I got to ship it. No, I don't feel like it. I'm going to put it up on Facebook Marketplace and they can come and get it for, the fuck. I can't be bothered. Sai Abdullah said, well, on top of pre-discussing this topic, couples should also discuss when the child has a genetic disorder. Facts. Right? Because trying to conceive on my own, I've learned so much, and many heterosexual couples don't know how their different genetics don't match, can create children with genetic issues. Great point. So, Sai, are you saying that during the life of your pregnancy, if two things. One, if you happen to be of age where you need to get tested, like where they take the fluid from your sac and they test it and they come back and they tell you that your chromosomes are off, or there might be a genetic disorder with your child that you're carrying in your stomach, and you have to make a choice to keep the child or abort the child, what would you do? What would you do if you found out that your child had a genetic disorder while you were carrying the child and it was early enough for you to decide to abort or to conceive that child to full term? And is this a discussion that you and your partner discussed in the beginning? That's another great point, right? Because especially, genetic disorders can happen to any couple, right? Because again, some genetics don't match. Like a lot of people, years ago, they used to take blood tests before you got married so that people knew who had sickle cell trait, who had this, who had that, or whatever the fuck it is. But now people are not doing blood tests before they get married. So example, my baby daddy had sickle cell, right? I don't have sickle cell or sickle cell trait, but my son has the trait. So for him, he has to be careful. 2 of his kids, if not all of them, have the trait. Okay, so they have to be careful who they are having children with, because if they have children with someone with sickle cell trait or sickle cell, then there is a chance that their child could come be born with sickle cell. All right, and so these are the genetic disorders, as well as Down syndrome, and there's a whole list of other shits. Things that could happen during a pregnancy. Are we discussing these things in advance? Great point, Sai. Hey, so blessed. Great point, Sai. I know that's a great story, Cheryl. That's a testimony. I am Jacinta said, oh, what is a good time frame to move on after your partner, spouse, boyfriend has died? I am Jacinta. I think that time frame is going to be different for each person, right? Some people take a lot longer to mourn the loss of their partner, spouse, boyfriend than others. People mourn differently. I think that depends on the individual, and I don't put a time frame on somebody else's mourning, right? If your husband died and you got back in another marriage within 2 years or whatever, I ain't judging you. Now, if your husband died and you still mourning him 10 years later, I'm gonna let you cry about that, because I can't put a time frame on someone's mourning period for their loss, right? So I would think it would vary. Do what the fuck makes you happy. Like, I used to care a lot about what people said, but I missed a lot of happy shit worrying about how people felt, you know, or how I should run my life, and the things that I should do in my life, right? When we're all different and we all move differently, right? And so people have different time frames. I don't know. I don't know. Anybody got an answer for that? Yep. Cheryl Lee said, I wish I had better connection so I could share. At the time, they didn't know it was a sarcoid, only that I had 1/4 lung. She saved my life because the pregnancy was how they diagnosed me with sarcoid. Wow. Wow. I never even heard of that before. Mishi Boo said, it's been 2 years since my hubby died and I'm ready to date again. Okay, there's your answer, I am Jacinta. Mishi Boo's husband died 2 years ago and she is ready to date. Now, Mishi Boo, did you just start getting the feeling of being ready to date? Can you see yourself being in another committed relationship at this point and moving forward and possibly getting married again? There go your answer, I am Jacinta. For Mishi Boo, it was 2 years for her. Pat said, this is why we as Black folk need insurance to take care of our families just in case. No more passing around the hat for burials. Right. Interior said, my uncle died unexpectedly in '02, y'all. And my aunt is still very much hurt like he died yesterday. And I don't be knowing how to console her. Everyone mourns differently. You know? All right, Si, I'll send you a pic of the table. I know that's a tough question. What, getting rid of the baby while it's in your stomach if it's missing some chromosomes? I'm gonna tell y'all no lie, and y'all probably gonna hang up and jump off my live. And I've said this to my best friend, and I've said this. Don't judge me, y'all. Okay, I don't have my hat on today, but don't judge me. If I was pregnant and I went and they told me that I was short, my baby was short some chromosomes, and there was a genetic disorder, don't judge me, y'all. I'm getting an abortion. I am, because I don't have the mental capacities. I don't. I don't think I'd be able to handle it, right? And that's only because my life has always been so fucking hectic that I can only think about me just wanting peace. And so when I think about what might come with that, unfortunately, I might abort. And that would be a conversation I would have had to have with my partner if we were of childbearing age. And so that's my honest answer. Some of y'all might not like that, but I'm just trying to be the fuck honest. I would abort because I can't do it. My mental capacities is not there. Now, there are a lot of people who have children that have disabilities, and they take care of these children beautifully. Bless their heart. I'm just being honest. Mishi Boo said, yes, I could get married again. I still feel sad from time to time. I can only imagine, Mishi Boo. Okay? I can only imagine. All right? Johnny Leon Hill said, from the outside looking in, if I had a rare trait that I know I could pass down to my kids, depending on what it is, I may not have had kids. Okay? Not like Nick Cannon, who got lupus. Can you pass lupus down? Because I swear. Interior said, not only that, Roy, think about life after you are gone for that child. Many parents struggle with that part too. So I completely understand that decision, that part. Who's going to take care of my child if something happens to me? I don't want my child to end up in a home being abused or anything like that. It would be too much. I don't have the mental capacity for it. Okay. Cheryl Lee said, exactly my point, Roy. They are practicing medicine and aren't always right. That was one of their points as well. I was 36 when I conceived her along with the 1/4 lung. Doctors don't know it all. They don't. And they don't. And they don't. I agree with that. Sai Abdullah said, I'm probably aborting. I've seen children who have genetic disabilities. It can be a truly hard life, but couples fall in love and don't think about their genetics, which we all pretty much do. But not pre-testing beforehand can lead to shocking results. So talking about these topics before is necessary. Shit. Talking about as many topics as you can before being truly committed. The hard part is when you discuss a topic and then later on down the line, one of you changes your mind. Like first agreeing to not wanting children, then 4 years later, one of you wants a child, right? That's a common one. That's a common one. You say a mouthful, side. Here's another question. What if you don't find out early enough to abort that child and has a disability? What are you doing? Girl, y'all gonna make me say it on here, Sai? Sai, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it because I gotta be honest. All right. Sai, I don't know. I don't know, Sai. I mean, I would hope that I had a lot of fucking money because I would hire a lot of fucking staff members to take care of the child or put them in a facility that would take. I don't know, Sai. I can't. I don't have the mental capacities for it. That is very fucking scary. I mean, my son didn't have no mental disability, and that motherfucker almost killed me. You understand what I'm saying? I guess that's where I can only speak for. I'm trying not to speak from my own prejudice of my own past experiences of being a mom with a child that didn't have a mental disability but acted like he had a mental disability, and it's hard for me to come out of that headspace. And being that I had a hard life as a parent with a child that had all his mental capacities, and he tried to kill me. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. Cheryl Lee said, tests are always conclusive either. Tests aren't always, that's true. That's true. That's why it's important to do your research. Get second and third opinions and make your decision for yourself in your life. I agree with that. Pat said, I'll understand your position, Robin. It would be heartbreaking to see you suffer. Right. Zen said, that is why they call it practicing medicine, because it's not an exact science. It's not. We know that. Okay. Okay. Seriously. Okay. Sai said, nah, you have your current salary, current living arrangements, etc. I'm I couldn't do it. If I had my current salary, current living arrangements, etc., and it was too late, you're gonna make me say it. Adoption, a facility. So I couldn't do it. And please, y'all, don't judge me, please. I'm just being honest, okay? I can't. If everybody sat here and lied and said they could do it and they were lying, we would not be honest. I'm just being honest. And I might be the only one on here that I couldn't do it. I'd have to find other alternatives, side. I'm sorry. Johnny said, I wonder what is the trauma that the child have to live with. The fact that them being born is the reason why their mom is no longer here. That part, right? That part. But y'all, it is a Freestyle Friday, and today was a good topic. That question was deep about having children and making choices. But the one thing that if we didn't walk away from nothing else today, the one thing that we walked away from, or we should walk away from on this show today, is that we need to be having these difficult conversations with our partners in advance of having so that you're not at the crossroads, okay, with making these decisions at the time. Talk about these things. When y'all are building your relationships, talk about what happens if we decide to have children. What happens if one of us loses a job? What happens if one of us loses our sexual ability? What happens? Let's start having the difficult conversations at the beginning of at the beginning of the relationship. What happens if your baby mama gets hit by a bus? All right. Are we in a financial position to take control of your children? Do we have enough space to take control of your children and have other people living in the home with us? What happens? What paperwork needs to be in place to protect our families? Another thing, get insurance and stop sending out GoFundMe's. Things that we need to be discussing when we are in relationships and we're building future together. A future together. We should be having, if for nothing else, that's the one thing we learned here today. We need to be having these conversations up front. Sai said, listen, that's honest. I can't say what I would do, but I don't know if my heart and guilt would let me live. I don't know if mine would either. Right? I don't know. I don't know if I could live with whatever decision I make. I just know that if I had to make that decision right now, I know that I don't think I can handle it. That's my honest. Now, Lord knows I've handled a million things that I didn't think I could handle. So who knows? But I'm just answering the question as it was asked to me today on January 13th, 2023. The fuck? Cheryl Lee said, yes, Johnny, especially if there are older siblings that may blame the child for their mom's death. Ooh. Woo. Interior said, well, Chef Yu said, I'm not judging you. I have the same point of views. Thank you, Chef Yu. I'm just saying. Mishi Boo said, I'm with you on that, Raw. I couldn't do it either. I'm just trying to be honest, and it hurts me. It does. Right? It makes me feel away. Interior said, I have worked with those very kids in foster care, and they struggle so much, Johnny. So excellent point. Yes, I am Jacinta. Everyone have a great weekend on purpose and definitely be safe. Anyway, y'all, this was Freestyle Friday, and this is Coffee with Friends, and I love y'all motherfuckers. You know, normally we be up and rowdy on Friday, but this Friday, y'all, we started out rowdy and shit, playing Pokey Bear and Theotis and shit like that, you know, but y'all had a deep question for the Freestyle Friday, but that's all right. That's all right. The goal is to is to take the conversations to the levels of where we walk away with a learned lesson. And today we learned that we need to be having these difficult conversations. That's what we learned today. All right. And you know what? Let me tell y'all something. Continue to show up for yourself and continue to show up for each other and continue to learn from your everyday mistakes. And don't let people make you feel bad for making mistakes. All right. And don't make people feel bad for your growth in the change in your change and evolution. You know, a lot of people will make you feel bad for changing. Right? Change means that you might change people, places, and things, right? Don't make people make you feel bad for that. All right. And ultimately, be you authentically. That's the one thing that I strive to do on a regular basis. I try to just be me authentically. I try to love up on y'all as much as I can. All right. I try not to have no beef with nobody, but if it comes, I'm going to show up for it. All right. But I'm just saying, right? I'm peace and love, right? That's what I am. But I'll show up for the shits if need to. But let's hope that's not the case. But anyway, guys, hopefully you guys have a beautiful weekend. I haven't decided if I'm going to come on here on Monday or not. We shall see. All right. Interior Ruth said, yes, be yourself because everyone else is taken. How the fuck about that? Be yourself because everyone else is the fuck taken. I love it. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to send y'all out with some positive vibes because you know what I say. Even when you feel low, you can still what? You can still...
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer
Friday, maybe unless I decide to just chill. All right, but continue to love up on your brothers and sisters, y'all. Be love, be peace. But whatever issues you are working through, work through them shits. Take them as a learning lesson and apply them in your life so that you do not repeat the same mistakes over and over again. And remember to focus on unlearning those toxic ways and learning some new shit. And with that, I'm out, y'all. Gone for now, but never forever. Get this message on your way out. Hey.
But I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran sitting on, man, I still go.
Go. Peace, y'all. I'm out. Have a nice weekend.